President Trump and his book, The Art of the Deal, tonight putting that art form to the test, giving the hard sell behind the scenes to the Republican plan to replace Obamacare now, and tweeting that health care is coming along great. But he does face a divided Republican Party on this, and Democrats who now argue millions will lose their coverage. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
President Trump today declared he is well on his way to keeping a top campaign promise: repealing and replacing Obamacare. Despite what you hear in the press, he tweeted, "Healthcare is coming along great. We are talking to many groups, and it will end in a beautiful picture." It's Paul Ryan the White House is relying on to sell the details of the plan. The speaker appearing today with sleeves rolled up and a complex PowerPoint presentation.
This is the closest we will ever get to repealing and replacing Obamacare. The time is here, the time is now. This is the moment, and this is the closest this will ever happen.
But the plan is facing mounting opposition. The American Medical Association and the American Hospital Association have both come out against it. One analysis projects up to 10 million fewer Americans would have health insurance. And some prominent conservatives are lining up against it too, including Obamacare critic Senator Tom Cotton, who tweeted this morning, "To my friends in the House, pause, start over, get it right, don't get it fast." It comes after Senator Cotton heard from his constituents worried about losing their coverage.
Is there a risk that this bill, as it stands now, could actually make it worse?
I'm afraid that it could make it worse in some ways, that insurance rates would continue to go up, and that Americans would have even less control and less choice over their health care system.
How does the White House respond to Senator Cotton?
He believes that this bill might actually make things worse than the current Obamacare. What do you say to Senator Cotton?
I respectfully disagree, and I think that I hope we have an opportunity for the team to continue to not only talk to him about what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it, but that we'd love to hear his ideas. I mean, this isn't, as I mentioned the last couple of days, we're not jamming this down people's throat.
John Karl with us live from the White House again tonight. And John, we saw House Speaker Paul Ryan there in your report out front today making the case for the Republican plan to replace Obamacare. When do we expect to see President Trump and a major sort of public push from him?
We're told the president will hit the road next week. We know of at least one campaign-style event where the White House says he will be pushing for this bill. But I've got to tell you, David, the president has already been working very hard behind the scenes to convince members of Congress. His schedule has been packed with individual lawmakers and the leaders of conservative groups, many of whom have been quite critical of the bill, trying to convince them one at a time.
John Karl live at the White House.